Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're not totally sure if it's a vlog or probably a vlog. Um, we got a lot of questions when we decided to kind of do a reveal. A lot of you guys knew that me and Jane Fyffe are married, and a lot of you didn't. And we got some requests to kind of explain some things, everything from how we met to our journey kind of in FoodTribe, why we stayed separate. Just a lot of questions come up, and we thought we'd take this opportunity to answer those questions and let you guys in kind of a behind the scenes of us, I guess. So, um, one of the first questions was how we met, and I guess we'll just jump into that one first. And do you want to tell that one, or you want me to?
Yeah, I guess that probably should be on you for that.
Okay, honestly, how we met was at work, and we worked at the same factory, and uh, over time we kind of it was an interesting story because I worked in a whole nother part of the factory at the time, and I would see her as we would go to break and things, and I thought she was a very pretty lady and was attracted to her on that level, I guess. First, I didn't know anything about her, no idea. I would just see her occasionally throughout the plant, and like I said, thought she was a very attractive woman. I decided to leave the part of the plant I was in and get transferred to another part. I told my boss at the time I really didn't care where I went. I just wanted out of the department I was in. And to be completely honest, my boss at that time had no idea I found her attractive or anything. He had no idea. And I get moved, and lo and behold, I literally get put right next to her. Literally right next to her, working. I found that rather coincidental or fate, whatever you want to put there. But yeah, we literally ended up this far apart, short of working together. And yeah, I was rather happy. And in fact, she was the one who had to train me for that department. So that made it even funnier. So that gave me the opportunity to start talking to you, and yeah, made me wanting to come to work a little bit more. Get to work next to such a pretty lady. So um, that was the start of it.
Now, don't think it's happily ever after with that. We actually argued to not to get together.
Yeah, that's true. Um, Backstory: we have both been divorced before, married, divorced, and neither one of us had been separated, divorced, I guess you should say, very long. I know in my case it was a little over a year. So,
I think mine was about a year,
okay.
almost two, maybe.
All right, so roughly around the same amount of time. And neither one of us was really looking for a long term relationship. And as she said, there was some discussions. Or it was interesting. It started out, I found out, and I kept trying to get her to go out with me and just kind of give me a chance and see what happens. And she was kind of not really interested, and there again, not neither one of us was looking, but type thing. But anyway, me and a friend of mine had went out for dinner one day, and we was just relaxing, and went out to this decent restaurant, and we had both ordered our food, was sitting there laughing, talking about old times, and our food hadn't even come to the table yet. And I get a phone call on my cell phone at the time, and it was her. And it was funny. She asked, "What are you doing?" And I was hesitant on saying anything because I thought, well, if I tell her I'm already out with a friend and hanging out, she might go, "Oh, okay, well, never mind." So I told her, not much. What are you doing? And she asked me if I was available, if I'd want to meet her in town and hang out for a little bit. Well, since that was, well, exactly what I was wanting to do, I told her I'd meet her in a little bit. We set a location to meet at, and I told my friend as soon as I hung up, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Food hadn't even showed up at the table yet. Nothing. I got up and walked out, and we left. And I met her at our said spot, and yeah, we got in the car, kind of rode around, talked to each other for a little bit more. Of course, general chit chat, work, life, things like that. And we sat in the car and honestly just talked for a long time. And we done that quite a bit, actually. Mm-hmm. Our dates weren't like dinner or movies like a lot of people. There's a parking lot actually not far from where we live. It used to be an old department store that got closed down. And our dates consisted of literally sitting in a car, sometimes with food, sometimes not, and just talking about relationships, life, what we both wanted out of life, what we didn't want, and what we were tired of. And, well, those conversations lasted hours sometimes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, we would say something the other didn't like in the sense of what we expected. And sometimes we would think, okay, this ain't going to work. That happened more than once. And we thought, okay, this isn't meant to happen. This isn't, this isn't going to work. And a few times we just literally just parted ways and, went back home and stuff like that and just thought, okay, well, that's the end of that. Of course, we worked together this close. So we literally had to talk to each other regardless and interact with each other. And we found out that really a lot of things we were kind of, I guess, a question of, we'll put it that way, always seemed to work itself out one way, shape, or form. And it didn't help. We had some coworkers that really said we needed to be together and that we were a great match for each other. There was several of them who were kind of rooting for us, to be honest. So the funny thing to kind of bring it into perspective is obviously we grew up in the same town, literally not far from each other, a couple blocks.
Well, no.
Oh, well.
My last 2 years of high school, I actually ended up a couple blocks away from him. But we never met in high school. I mean, I was dating one of his friends. We walked the same route to school, and apparently just wasn't meant for us to meet during that time.
Even hung out in the same places a lot of times. And I had no clue who she was. No idea. Like she said, there was so many places, events, just times in life. We should have crossed paths many times, actually. Yeah. And we never did. We don't remember each other. And we have been at the same parties, so many things we can say, and we were at the same places, but no recollection of each other at all. Which was funny because it was a great talking point a lot of times because we was trying to figure out, how did we not know each other? How did we not bump into each other? We knew the same people. Just so the same territories we hung out in town. I mean, places, everything was the same, but yet, as you said, it was it just wasn't meant to be yet.
No, because I was even at a house like 1 or 2 doors down from where he actually lived, and never met then either.
Yeah, there was so many people that we both knew and hung out with, but yet still never crossed paths. And to this day, we've been married for 21 years, going on 22. And we still look back and laugh and kind of amazement of that, because even now we'll come up with different memories and stuff from back then, and we're like, hey, I was there, or something like that. And we still just laughed at how was it, and our go-to answer was, as teenagers and young adults of that time, just wasn't meant to be yet. Just our time hadn't come, and that was something that I guess had to wait till later, and even later that started to become questionable when it first started. So after many nights, good grief, I'd hate to guess how many we sit in that parking lot and
I don't know.
Just talked. If you guys want a little more of an insight, I don't know, maybe some of you find it kind of cool, or some of you just whatever. We had went out to her house one night, and we was still kind of in this weird, we liked each other, we got along well, but we still wasn't sure how far we wanted to go with this, because we were both a bit gun shy, I guess, as we say, because of just coming out of divorces and stuff like that. We went out to her house to hang out and watch some TV, movies, and stuff like that. Well, we were working 12 hours a day, and it was a ride from the factory to her house. So we were both exhausted, but we wanted to hang out and make the best of what we could. And guys, I honestly, I was so tired that night, I don't remember a lot. I remember we was watching TV, I stretched out on the couch, I put my head in her lap, and we were laughing and watching TV, and next thing I know, I was asleep. I ain't gonna lie. I fell asleep. I was so tired. And I woke up, and I rolled my head over because I was on my side, and I looked up at her, and she was looking down on me, and she was just smiling, and I will never forget that as long as I live. She was just smiling, and I just smiled back at her, and before I could apologize for falling asleep, she leaned down and kissed me. And it was nothing, just a quick lean down and kissed me. And she was smiling, and I was smiling. It was the first time we'd ever kissed each other. And it was, something changed that night. It was just really cool. And honestly, still one of the happier times of my life. So, quick little insight there.
And for the food tribers that may want to know, one of the first dishes I ever fixed him was some homemade chicken salad. All the way to the point I was boiling the chicken to make it up.
Yep. And if you want to know that story, there is a post I done. Good grief, it's been a long time ago. Maybe I'll put a link or something for this video. I might put it on FoodTribe, to that sandwich. And I said how that sandwich was a very important sandwich. And it was. I didn't realize it at the time. I just knew this girl could make some wicked chicken salad, and it tasted so good. I asked you for that a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, she made me quite a few of those. And honestly still does. I still love those chicken salad sandwiches. And maybe they're still good, but I think a lot of it's nostalgia now. I still just like them. So, yeah, that's a little food history for that. Yep. Them late nights working and then coming home and you making chicken salad. That was tough. After that, we dated for a little over a year.
I don't quite remember. We double dated with your friends that one night at Bangkok Palace, and his friend got in the fortune cookie. Now they were married. His friend got a fortune cookie, said, "You or a close friend will be getting married in the next year." A couple months later is when he proposed at the same place.
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten about that. Yeah, that was interesting because my friend Dave, I read the fortune cookie and he looked at me with this big cheesy grin, and I was like, "What?" I was oblivious, and I just kind of shrugged it off. And he said, that means you and Jane gonna get married, right? And I was like, what? And I just kind of sat there, and he was just a grinning. I thought his face was going to crack. And he's like, well, it can't mean me. Me and May's already married. And I was like, he says, so that it has to mean you and Jane are going to get married. And I honestly, I just threw it on the table, and I said, nah, we ain't going to get married. I said, neither one of us want to do that. And he had known our backstory. Of course, we were all friends. And he just kind of, yeah, we'll kind of wait and see situation. And he just smiled and laughed about it. And yeah, I don't know how long it was after that.
It was about 3 months after that.
3 months after that. I'll go with that because I know it wasn't terribly long. A funny backstory there again. Me and my mom was out and about one day doing some shopping and some stuff. I went out with her just to hang out because I hadn't had a lot of time to spend with her. So I had went out with her to spend some time, and I had been pondering a lot. And I said, you know, I don't even know if she would say yes or not. And I wasn't even sure if I wanted to ask. I was in a really confused area of what to do. And I hadn't said anything to anybody. I'd kept it to myself and was just working it out in my head. And I brought it up to my mom. We were flying down the road, heading, I don't even remember where we was heading at the time now. It's been so long ago, 21 years, I can't keep track. I just remember we was in the middle of the main street here, Bridge Street, and it's like a 5 or 6 lane road. And so anyway, I told Mom, I said, Mom, I'm thinking about asking and seeing if Jane would want to get married. And without a word, without anything, we were in a big old Dodge van at the time, and she flung that sucker. I don't even remember what lane we were in, but I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't the right one. And we done a hard, immediate left turn at speed, which I thought this van was going to roll over in the middle of the road. And next thing I know, she had literally ducked into her favorite jewelry store. Just so happened that when I said that, we were literally in front of my mom's favorite jewelry store at the time. And I thought we were going to die. I don't even know how she looked for cars because this happened so quick. I grabbed the dash of the van and kind of hollered at the same time because it scared me. She whips into a parking spot. She's already got her seatbelt off, and opening the door goes, well, let's go look at rings since we're here. Well, since we were here. No, we weren't here. We were out in the middle of the street, and now... Anyway, so that fast, I found myself wandering through this jewelry store looking for engagement rings. I hadn't even decided if I was going to ask yet, but here I found myself in a jewelry store looking for a ring for this girl. And I did. I actually, while we were in there, I found one. I'm not sure who was excited more, because I was more confused, and I hadn't made up my mind. I wasn't sure. And yet here I am looking at rings. My mom is going a million miles a minute to the clerks, telling them how I'm getting engaged to be married and rings, and she's just going off. And I'm still sitting there confused, bewildered, in doubt. But I was looking at rings, and yeah, so bought a ring that day, and I can't even remember how long it was after it, because you didn't even know I bought the ring, of course. Mm-hmm. I was trying to remember. It wasn't long after that, and I thought, well, I got the ring. Now I got to figure out how to propose. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that took some effort for me, because, like I said, still gun shy about what happened to us, and I wasn't sure she was going to say yes. Honestly, I was just expecting her to be like, you know, we agreed to not do this, right? I really expected her to say no.
We actually agreed about not getting married. We were both perfectly happy with just dating and being like that.
Just kind of being together, but not, that legally, I guess. So, anyway, one common thing we loved was food, actually.
Yeah.
It was one thing we did enjoy. We loved going out to eat together. It was something we always done. And sadly, the restaurant isn't around anymore. It is closed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was.
It's a Mexican restaurant now.
That's well, Mexicans cook the food anyway.
Yeah, I
so
know.
anyway, there was a Thai Chinese restaurant that we frequented, and actually we both worked there too, off and on. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, we loved going in there and eating, and we had our own little kind of booth we always end up sitting at and toward the back, and we knew all the people who worked there really well. So we went in to eat, and I had carried this ring around with me, trying to think about how to do this and how to ask. And I went from cheesy romantic stuff to just simply asking her, just, look, you want to do this or not? I mean, just kind of, I didn't know how to do it, y'all. And like I said, I was really nervous that she was going to say no, and that was my full expectation. So we went in, got food, was sitting there eating, and she got up to go to the restroom, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going for it. Whatever she says, we'll deal with it, and it's fine. Either way, I get to be with this, beautiful girl, and I was happy with that regardless. So while she was gone, I pulled the ring out of my pocket and just simply slid it across the table and waited for her to come back. And yeah, basically she sat down, seen it sitting there. I think you asked me, what's this? Or something. Or what's this for, or something like that. I don't even remember now.
I don't remember either.
There again, people. It's been almost 22 years ago. Yeah. Anyway. And I just looked at her and I said, I think it was, would you want to get married, or will you marry me, or something. It was basic. It was nothing romantic. It was nothing. Because like I said, I fully expected her to be like, nope. And just slide it back. I really did. And instead, she said yes. And seemed rather excited about it. So
I was definitely shocked.
Yeah. After that, we both sit and talk. I figured she would say no and would never agree to it. And she honestly didn't think I would ever ask. So we were both left in a limbo, so it worked out pretty well. After the engagement, it was about 4 or 5 months, 6 months.
Something like that.
We've started, we planned a wedding, and we had a beautiful wedding. We really kind of, we decided that if we was going to get married, let's do it and have a proper wedding, and we did. And there again, beautiful day, loved it. We had fantastic food. Just for anybody who wants to know, we didn't spare any expense with food. It was fantastic. Beautiful cake made by my aunt, and got to ride away in an absolutely gorgeous '66 Cadillac convertible. Little did we know, we wanted to ride away in the convertible with the top down and have just a great ride back to our house in the car. And honestly, in the middle of May, we didn't leave until after dark. The reception went on a little longer than we had planned. We was planning on leaving when it was still daylight. But we was having so much fun, and it was just a fantastic celebration. Next thing we knew, it was dark. We jump in this convertible car on the way home, and it was a cold ride. I had the full, I had a zoot suit going, so I was freezing. She was cold. We were holding on to each other in the back seat. Not because it was just one of them romantic things. It was because we was cold, y'all. I ain't lying. My teeth was chattering. I thought I was going to catch pneumonia before we get home. So, yeah. After that, not much changed, honestly. we still together, obviously, and happy to be here. When I say, when I told in my story that, I was looking up FoodTribe for my friend, that's no joke. She is my best friend. I can tell her anything. We can talk to each other. And I think that's because in the beginning, that's all we done. We talked. We literally just sit and talked. And there was a lot of things that a lot of people would never discuss. We discussed ex-marriages, boyfriends, girlfriends. I mean, we went into all kinds of topics most people wouldn't even talk about, but we did, and I think that helped. We've always been able to be open with each other and talk to each other. Um,
No, we've always had ups and downs too. Nothing's ever perfect.
no, it's not, but we've always been able to talk our way out of it and through it, and um, ultimately, it's we still just really care about each other in the end and love each other, and that was always the most important thing. Even though there was times where things were rough, things were not going well, honestly, and but at the end, we just realized we still loved each other and we still cared a lot about each other, and ultimately wanted still to be together. And those three things always just kind of shine through, even though there was some, dark times where we didn't know. And, but that always brought us back. And, she can always make me smile, even if I'm upset about something. All I need is a hug, and she makes me smile. And a lot of things just seem to melt away. So, yeah, it's not perfect. It wasn't, and it's when you're with somebody, things happen. It just happens, and that's life. But deal with it, and don't ever lose sight of each other, and you'll make it through. So we still talk a lot. We do, and there's a lot of people who you guys talk all the time. Yeah, we do. We do. It's just something we've never stopped doing. So, and I do think that is something that a lot of people don't do anymore, is just talk to each other. Just talk to each other. It's something I value a lot for me and her. I love it. We can just sit and talk about anything at any time, and sometimes it's just random stuff, and sometimes it's important stuff. It's just we never stop that. So I guess we'll jump into FoodTribe now, since kind of brought that up. As I said, I had no intentions of being on FoodTribe. She, on the other hand, was wanting to start a YouTube channel, blog. That's when all that was going on. She loved cooking, and she always has, and she wanted to kind of make a thing of it. We had discussed it a while. I was willing to help her, and I wasn't interested in, doing anything other than just helping her try to make it. At that time, FoodTribe got released, and of course, I was already on DriveTribe, and when that got released, I was like, hey, I downloaded the app and checked it out, and I was like, cool, this is an easy platform because it's just like old DriveTribe. I went in, told her, I said, hey, if you're wanting to get started doing food photos, if I can get my tongue to work here, food photos and showing off your creations and your cooking, this might be the way to go. You wasn't real interested at first. She just kind of like, yeah, but she really wanted YouTube. She really wanted to do a YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I said, well, this would be a cool way to get your kind of feet wet, try it out, see how it goes. And she did. She decided to give FoodTribe a shot.
Obviously.
Obviously, yep. And you done really well right out the gate, really. She started doing well. I hung around, honestly, just to help support her. And if you go back to the very first posts, we interacted as husband and wife. I mean, we talked about the food that she cooked and in the comments and stuff. It was pretty obvious then. Um, like I said, I wasn't interested at all. Then as time went by, you guys know this story. If not, there again, maybe I'll put a link to my story and you can read it there instead of dragging this out. I got hooked and decided I wanted to do it. And on Easter, I posted my very first post just simply saying Happy Easter to everybody. Um, then what? A few months later, I decided I wanted to do this too.
Yeah, I believe it was.
And I jumped in. Well, we decided when I started, well, I won't even really say we decided, it just kind of happened that way. We wanted to kind of get known for what we do and our differences and our own writing styles, our own photo styles, and stuff like that. And we just decided to kind of go quiet on the marriage part. Now, people say, about the name. Honestly, when I signed in, I was already on DriveTribe. So when I signed in to FoodTribe, it carried that name over. So I was Doug F on DriveTribe. So when I signed into FoodTribe, Doug F was there. When she created her account, she just put Jane Fyffe. That's what it was.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. We wasn't trying to pull anything at that time. That's just what happened. But we did, when we both said in, or well, I jumped in, I guess I should say, and said, I want to do this. We kind of just wanted to be known for ourselves. And that's why we kind of went quiet on everything and decided that we're gonna do this. For those, most of you probably don't know, we are best friends. We're husband and wife, but we are very competitive against other people and very competitive against each other. I ain't gonna lie. We love competing against each other. We both want to see each other succeed. That's the thing. We both want each other to do well,
and but we're more than willing to take each other down.
Yep. Don't think twice. And so not only are we willing to take each other down, but we are also very helpful toward each other. If there's something one of us is struggling with, the other will help. In whatever shape or form, just because we want each other to do the best. And so we have that weird conundrum of we're willing to help each other do the best the person can do, and we want the person to do the best they can do, but we'll take each other down. No doubt. There's a lot of you out there, Amelia and some of the older people. There was a lot of that going on in comments. Some of you knew us on Discord. Seeing this bit of competition shine through. There was a lot of times there was jokes. I would say, I'm coming for you. That's when we were both rising up through pretty quickly. And I would always leave a comment or a little thing if she was, because at that time there was a sizable gap. We'll just leave it at that. And I was climbing and I was wanting to catch her, and I didn't think it was possible, honestly. I didn't. But here we are. And so in the comments and Discords and stuff, I would leave, I'm coming for you, Barbara. Which is an old pun. We love old horror movies. And so Night of the Living Dead, if y'all know, that's one of our favorites. And I would just leave that somewhere. I'm coming for you, Barbara. And she knew exactly what that meant, is I'm busted my butt to catch you. And so, yeah, it become a lot of fun because that really made us try harder and do our own thing. And we ultimately done it because we loved y'all. We wanted to be the best for us and you guys, and we wanted to bring you guys better content. We wanted to up the game, both for ourselves and for FoodTribe as a rule. We really wanted to do more. Just a lot of things we normally probably wouldn't have done, we wanted to do just because we thought it was great content. And competition, there again, hey. And we're still competitive. Don't misunderstand. We both go at it, and not in the bad way. Don't think of it that way. It's very fun. We love being in the kitchen together. We do, and interacting. We do cook a lot together. But that's why a lot of times you guys see. I want to touch on something real quick that we don't post each other's food. If you ever notice, I don't post anything she does. As you all know, I eat once a day. And you guys wonder why it's so hard for me to get around to fixing things that you guys want me to cook or whatever. It's because of that. We literally share meals in the sense that one night she fixes something that she's wanting to do for a post. Maybe the next night I fix something that I'm wanting to do for a post. Now we both obviously eat it. So yes, we have eaten each other's creations and stuff for journeys through FoodTribe. I've tried most of them, honestly.
And technically, towards the beginning, there was stuff that, like you post that I had made, but it was towards the beginning and stuff. So
yeah, but now it's very much her, me, and that was things that just kind of changed with us, and that's why you guys, it's hard for me to get around to making so many things because of we do split it. We do, like I said, one meal she'll make, and since, like I said, I only eat once a day, so sometimes she has to make something for posts, and so it just rides. So we share that.
Now, occasionally there is 2 meals being prepared in the same night. Like Vincellini's last challenge, we actually both was cooking that night.
Yeah, we have a small kitchen, y'all. So we were sharing an island and some countertop space. I was baking buns and cooking burgers, and you were making meatballs, and that sometimes it does turn into that. We're sharing the kitchen and trying to cook 2 meals because we have to get posts done. So when you guys, if there is a challenge out there, somebody does. Sometimes that's what happens. It just becomes we're both in here busting our butts trying to get through it. Yeah. If you guys want to see some of that stuff, let us know. If you guys want to see, we thought about it, we laughed about it when we was doing the Vincellini challenge. We're both in there cooking, and I said this could be a vlog because our kitchen was a wreck. Look, it was. You can't cook 2 meals and not. But we were still having fun, listening to music, which gets you copyright strikes on YouTube. But anyway, having fun and getting it done. So it's something we still enjoy. We still haven't lost that desire to do these things. We decided to come out and, because we have other big plans we want to do. Us doing FoodTribe led us to doing YouTube. She has her channel. I have my channel. Links will be in the bottom, I guess, as always. And then of course, you jumped into DriveTribe too.
Yeah. I don't remember when I jumped into DriveTribe, but yeah, I am over on DriveTribe. And we recently started up a haunted road trips. And that's actually going to coincide with a new YouTube channel we're coming out with as well for haunted places.
Yep. And for those, Zara, you asked how we got to know, come about the trio, Jeremy, James, and Richard. Honestly, that's been 20 years ago. The best I can remember, my cousin showed me a video. And honestly, I remembered it was a video of Jeremy drifting something on the test track back then. And that's honestly all I can remember. And I fell in love with it. I've always loved cars. I've always found cars fascinating and interesting. And Yeah, kind of a car nerd in all reality. But then we just started watching it. Back then, I had to watch it on YouTube because, well, we don't have cable. To be honest with you, we watch a lot of internet TV, and so then I got to where we could access it and watch it all the time, and I did. I watched it all the time. So I've been watching it. Don't even ask me what season. It was a long. I've been watching, like I said, for at least, oh my gosh, probably 20 years, 19 years, something like that. It's a long time, y'all. So anyway, you wasn't actually a car person when we first met.
And technically, fully say car person, yes and no. I'm very almost more for the American muscle, so I do have just certain areas that kind of that what I like. So
yeah, well, yeah, and then she started doing spots on DriveTribe, and to my surprise, one day, not expecting much from her in the sense of, she, like I said, she likes spots, and she's an American muscle girl, car girl. She comes in and tells me she got the deal worked out to do the interview with Ken Block. Hopefully y'all went over to DriveTribe and checked that out. Which shocked me, because this coming from somebody who wasn't big into cars, like I said, American muscle, but now all of a sudden she's going to go interview.
If you know Ken Block, you should know the Hoonicorn. Enough said then.
Yep.
But yeah, if you go to DriveTribe, that is posted to the top of my profile. So.
Yep. Go check that out. That is one of the things we did like doing. We both enjoy watching the Gymkhana series. Travis Pastrana, Ken Block. That whole series is so much fun to watch, and it is something we both enjoy watching as soon as they are released, and we watch them. But that was just something that I about fell off the couch when she told me she was going to be interviewing Ken Block. It literally come out of nowhere. You kept that one quiet.
Yeah, that was really hard.
Yeah. It's still a shocker. We've done the interview. That was this summer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Spring. Yeah, that's right. And so we're well away from it. And looking back, it still shocks me. I just still sit there going, wow, you actually done that. So.
So I didn't let a bucket list opportunity pass me by.
Nope.
Went out and tried for it and got it.
Yep. And so because of it, hey, I got to meet him too. So if you guys actually watch her interview or anything from that, I was her cameraman, so that worked out fantastic. I was perfectly happy with that. So.
Well, I didn't post a recording.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's right. The audio was so bad. Okay.
Well, plus all the music.
Oh, well, yeah, that becomes a problem too anymore. It's a shame. So, guys, we keep wanting to grow, and as she said, I mean, we both have our own YouTube channels. We both have our DriveTribes, our FoodTribes, and we wanted to get into something else we truly do enjoy, and that's ghost hunting. Some of y'all know this who actually know us on Discord, and some of the others, we talk about it. And it was something we love, taking road trips. We do. Something else we enjoy. And doing little vacations. We're now at a time in life where we can do it more. And we want to take advantage of that. And something we found out over 20 years of being together, well, 21 years of being together, that we like ghost hunting. We live in a haunted house. And we love going places that are haunted. And so we got, there again, something I didn't know about. We was sitting on the couch one night doing our tribe things, and I hear, I got the tribe. And I was like, what? And she goes, I got a tribe on DriveTribe now. I got my own tribe. And she's just so excited. And she got, haunted road trips tribe going on DriveTribe. I almost said FoodTribe. On DriveTribe. So now we have basically our own tribe She's tribe leader, I'm contributor. And we're trying to get that started, and we are wanting to start another YouTube channel, 3 YouTube channels. Oh my. Never would have thought, look, people, honestly, never would have thought I would have a YouTube channel. Never even thought about it. And now we're going to have 3. Yours, mine, and one we share. And that's why we had to come out and let y'all know that, end it and say, you know, after 2 years of being on FoodTribe and keeping separate, we figured you guys already know us, and either you don't care, you know, and you know that we do our own thing. We write our own everything's just, we do our own thing, and, you know, it's what it is. So we come out and just decided, you know, after all these years that let's get it done, and then we can move on to other things we want to do. Yep. We are pondering that since, you know, it's done, that maybe here we can do vlogs, just stuff we get into. We've laughed many a night sitting around discussing FoodTribe related topics, plans we would like to do on FoodTribe, challenges that are going on. A lot of just behind the scenes stuff that we talk about. We talk about FoodTribe a lot, you guys. A lot. It's a huge part of our life. We talk to you guys on Discord and on FoodTribe, and we share the stories of talking to each other, or talking to you guys with each other, sorry. And so a lot of our life is FoodTribe. So we thought, well, why not? We'll bring you along for things. A lot of you guys had laughed and you know, asked us questions about what happens. So we thought about, you know, doing vlog videos more, and if you want to do that, we're going to be together. So we might as well let the cat out the bag, and that way we open up more doors that we want to do. So
plus it just make it easier on us trying to do this. We just had to come out as soon as everything started rolling, and especially the new YouTube channel, and it's just we gotta hurry up and do this.
Yeah. Robin Ho, you asked about was it hard, you know, and why? Well, we've hit the why. We stayed separate. Was it hard? Yeah, it was at times. It was really hard to, especially in certain conversations, to keep our mouth shut, I guess you could say, about it all. And even some of the fun things, it was really hard to watch our wording, and it was not to let stuff slip, and that was hard. The spicy challenges you guys seen, you know, just like that hot sauce, we had to special order that from the UK. Just for that, we bought 2 bottles.
Yeah.
And that's not cheap. Remember how much that was?
Including shipping, that was probably at least $30.
$30 for 2 bottles of hot sauce. We only truly needed 1, y'all. But we bought 2. That's how dedicated we were to staying separate for a while. We still have most of a bottle and about half a bottle in the fridge, y'all. I ain't lying. We end up with a lot of stuff. The spicy noodles, we bought many because keeping it separate, you know. If you all want to see us to continue doing them separately, let us know. If you just want to see us just sit here like this and do them, let us know. Now, of course, if people jump in, we might just go ahead and split. She records here, I record upstairs. So, you know, it's just how we do. So, it's honestly a bit of a relief, Robin, now that everything's out. We can just be ourselves now, and you guys love and appreciate us for us, and us individually, and I think also as we are together. It has made life so much easier. But as you know, some of you should know, we are going to continue to keep a separation on FoodTribe. We decided that even once we've done the unveiling of us being together, we're going to keep that separation because we still want to continue to be known for what we do.
We want to do our content.
Yeah.
Our own content. So it's not, we're going to like change everything up. It's strictly going to be how it was, other than you might realize still that we are married.
Yep. We aren't going to post each other's stuff. We have followed that rule for a long time. And, you know, that'll continue. Our comments may show some things here and there, but as a rule, that is something else. You know, we're both on FoodTribe, but if you guys notice, we don't favor each other. Competitions, top fives, you name it. You know, we are fair on each other. It's something I find intriguing that we can do. You know, if she is in a top five, she gets ranked just like everybody else. I know I do that on hers. I know for a fact. There again, like I said, we are competitive. We want each other to do fantastic, but we're not afraid to put each other where we belong. You know, either in a top five, a competition, or hey, if we're just having fun and, you know, gunning for each other on posts, it's not something we're afraid to do. So don't ever think if someone wins a competition or a top five that we're being favorable because of. No. It's because that person actually earned it, and that's how we want it. And I know for her stuff, if I don't earn it, don't give it to me. And I know she's the same way. It's we both want to earn things. And,
but some of you people know we'll fight for some challenges.
Yep. And some of them challenges, look, she got me whipped. You know, if it's a baking challenge, I'm done. So I don't bake, y'all. I don't. This girl's a fantastic baker. I let her take care of that. So if in them challenges, that's why a lot of times I won't even show up, because I'll figure out something else to go do. Now, if it's something we both like to do, especially if it comes to grills, fire cooked food, or just meats, or a lot of things like that, man, we get vicious with each other. You know, don't think we get, you know, bad with each other. We do it in a very loving and absolutely fun, enjoyable way, but
I will take you down, though, type way.
Yep. Don't misunderstand. And often we stay quiet about certain things because we don't want the other one to know what we're planning until it's done. And it's like, okay, well, I'll wait, like on my end, I'll wait to hopefully find out what she's doing, so I know if mine is going to be better, or I need to up my game. And I know she does the same thing. Look, y'all, she does the grocery shopping most of the time. So if I need stuff, she already kind of has an idea what I'm going for. I hate grocery shopping, y'all. Little behind the scenes. I absolutely hate grocery shopping. So she does it most of the time. So, yeah.
Now, one of the things that had made it easy over the years, with the idea of even trying to keep separate, there is a couple people that have known the whole time, to where we freely talk to, like John Coleman and Ben Koenig even. I mean, they both freely knew we was married the whole time. So that does tend to help every now and then.
Yeah, and in fact, if you guys go back and watch the podcast with John Coleman, he about let the cat out of the bag a few times, and we had to like, John, shh, you know. Rachel knew.
Yeah.
Rachel told us over a year ago just to get it done and over with and tell everybody. Now, the funny part of a lot of this is there was several times John, Rachel, especially, I don't think Ben ever said anything. But anyway, John and Rachel had said, just everybody knows. Stop it. Everybody knows. And you all know we're on FoodTribe. And we was like, no, not everybody knows, you know. And obviously, because even those of you who, Zara, I'm sorry, but, you know, those of you who talk to us all the time, and I mean, short of daily, didn't know. And we're completely shocked, Ramon. Anyway, and we're completely shocked that, you know, because we really struggled, you know, to make sure that we were separate. And yeah, yeah. So that was done. But there was only Rachel, John, Ben that we knew for a fact knew.
Was pretty sure Amelia.
You can't get much past Amelia.
No.
I ain't gonna lie. She's even brought it up to me before. Now you and Jane's married, right? And with a little smoke and mirrors, I'd get her to kind of drop it for a bit anyway. I never truly answered her. As I told her most of the time, it's purely speculation. So, yeah, she knew, and yeah, a few of you knew. Denise Perry, you knew. Some of the old time people who's been around since we started kind of knew. So that's it. But yeah, guys, we done it, and we want to do more. We want to do bigger and better things for you guys. We want to bring you guys better content, more content, and we have a lot of things that are planned. Looking down the pipeline of, I mean, something there again, you guys don't know is we look way ahead a lot of times. Not just like what we're going to post tomorrow or in a week. I mean, we literally plan stuff and look at things that could be a year ahead.
Well, to put in perspective, John Coleman's birthday, just the trivia alone, I'd started over 3 months before his birthday.
Yeah. Well, I remember well before that. That was just your trivia. Me and her had literally sat and discussed doing something for John's birthday. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of things that, like FoodTribe's birthday, we discussed that this summer.
I don't remember. We started discussing it after John got me the one it was.
Yeah. And so we started then, and that was months ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And trying to figure out what to do. So, you know, there's a lot of that. We go into and try to plan. And we still do. There's things.
But we kind of have to, because we both like giving you guys challenges to do. So we have to make sure our challenges aren't going to coincide with each other or clash.
Or we don't want to do the same challenge.
Yeah.
And sometimes that hasn't really been an issue, but it has become a thing once in a while where, you know, one of us will come in and go, hey, I got a great idea for a challenge. And then it's like, yeah, I was thinking of doing the same thing or something very similar. And then we have to kind of go back and say, well, we'll make it this way, or, well, I'll do something else, or, you know, because we don't want to do the same thing. So we want to keep them very separate. And yes, people, we go through a lot of tribe coins. Combined, we have given a lot of them away, if you don't know. And that's something we do too. We buy a lot of them. Mm-hmm. We do. But we love it. We love giving them away. We love awarding you guys for your posts. And we love reading your guys' posts. We do. It is something, you know, we talk about you guys a lot. There's a lot of times we're cooking dinner, just sitting on the couch at night. Just, hey, did you see so-and-so's post? And we discuss you guys a lot. And that's why when, you know, you're on, for those who don't know, we're on Discord a lot. If we're not on FoodTribe, we're on Discord. And a lot of you guys talk to us on there, and a lot of times, you know, we're on at the same time, you know, and sometimes we are literally sitting on the couch side by side having the same conversation. And a little behind the scenes, there is some conversations that we have had with you guys on Discord, and trust me, we are both sitting on the couch absolutely crying, laughing, and just having a ball with you guys. And, you know, there's been a few times where drinks have darn near got spit across the room because we get to laughing either at each other or at you guys. Just having a ball. And when something's bad going on in your life and you guys come to us and talk to us, we share it. And, you know, we both pray for y'all. We both are concerned. And, yeah, we share that. And we do love y'all. And we love interacting with you guys. So, yeah, we in this together and for you guys. So.
Was there any other questions we still had?
I don't. What?
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that got dark. Okay. No, I don't think so. I think we've covered everything everybody asked.
All right.
So, if there's anything else y'all want to know, please feel free to ask. We ain't afraid to make these videos. That is Hey, that's a real quick one I will jump into. This girl was really camera shy. She hates her picture taken. Ask my mom. Well, that might be hard. Anyway, my mom always is trying to take pictures, and she will duck and weave her way through a room to get away from a picture. So when I started doing the podcasts and I asked her to join me, that was interesting. She wanted no part of that at first, but now here she is. As you guys know, she has jumped into a podcast, and I love having her on there. I didn't actually expect her to sort of be co-host most of the time, but you guys ask for her a lot. A lot of you guys, I always ask, is there anybody you want to be on the podcast with us? And often she's first person some people bring up is, can you get a hold of Jane and see if she'll come on with you? So you kind of got dragged.
Which I absolutely love that you guys asked for me.
Yeah, it's heartwarming. It's nice to know that. So then the spicy challenges come up, and yeah, you've just sort of become co-host with me a lot of times. I still do a lot of them, just me and whoever is coming on, but as you all know, she's often in them, and it's great, and I'm really glad for that. So just another quick backstory. And the camera shy girl, she used to be, now has going to be on 3 YouTube channels, and yeah. So
it's still hard to snap a picture of me, though.
Yeah, it's still a struggle. She can disappear quick when the camera comes out. So, luckily, she's shorter than me, so she often just hides behind me. But I always know when a camera comes out because all of a sudden she ends up behind me. So, oh well. I hope you guys enjoyed this little glimpse of our life. Not only, before FoodTribe and how we got together and why we're together, but our life as FoodTribers. We often get referred to as king and queen of FoodTribe, or mom and dad, Amelia.
And that was before y'all even knew.
Yeah, before you guys even, well, Amelia always had her suspicions, yes. But, we were always dubbed king and queen, or mom and dad of FoodTribe, which I found hilarious. Because who told you was mom?
Amelia.
Okay, that makes sense. I can't remember, but yep. And we laugh about it, but it does mean a lot to us because you guys are very special to us. And I guess we do treat FoodTribe as our own.
Yeah.
We do. I know there's a lot of people out there who claim it, but to us, it is. You guys are. You guys are our friends and our family, and you mean a lot to us. So we take it very seriously. And so titles like king and queen and mom and dad, yeah, we do, because yes, we occasionally have to tell people, no, you can't do that. And yet we also are trying to be supportive and be there for you guys, both for FoodTribe and just even sometimes personal things. We care a lot, so we try to be there. So we find that fun, and just yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing, getting to know that part of us. Realize we are here together, and we're doing it for you guys ultimately, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to know anything else, we're open, so feel free to ask. If it's something we can just kind of quickly ask, if you want us to put it in video form, we can. And I hope you guys, look forward to us vlogging different things together. If there's different things you would like to see us, vlog on our, not necessarily daily, but certain things you'd want us. Yeah, look, we can't do daily. There's no way. We got too much going on with you guys. So if there's stuff you would like to see us vlog, let us know, and we'll do our best to make it happen. So, anything else you want to throw in?
Make sure to come check us out on DriveTribe. Check out our new haunted road trips.
Yes. And when we get our other YouTube channel up and running, oh my goodness. Hope you guys come over, check it out. It's another little thing outside of food and cars that we really do enjoy. And our stories, another little glimpse of our life and things we enjoy. So come check it out. It'll hopefully be up sometime soon. So we get that up and running. So, all right. Well, y'all, that's the end of this. I hope y'all are doing well. Stay positive, stay wonderful, and we love you guys. Bye.